The views and opinions of this broadcast do not reflect the views and opinions of Radio Global, Who Knew Productions, JSA Media, and its affiliates. Enjoy the show.
Hey everybody, this is Jim with the weekly lineup. On Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we have Spot On with Leno and Debbie. Right after Spot On, we have Straight Talk with Matt Hazley, and he's on at 10 p.m. Eastern. On Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock, we have Talk Time with Val. And right after Val, we have Thoughts for Food with Sammy V, and he's on at 10 p.m. Eastern. On Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, we have Outline with Jay and Sara. And at 10 p.m. Eastern, we have On the Air with Mike Allen. On Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, we have Real Talk with Robert Zuckerman. Right after Real Talk, we have Night Talk with JoeRoxx. Right after Night Talk with JoeRoxx at 11:30 p.m. Eastern is Pod Talk with me and Paul. And right after Pod Talk is Outline with Jay and Sara. They're on at 12:30 a.m. Eastern. And on Friday night, we have Straight Talk with Matt Hazley at 10 p.m. Eastern. And Saturday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, we have Thoughts for Food with Sammy V. That's your weekly lineup. I hope you enjoy them. Thank you very much.
Welcome to Night Talk with your host, JoeRoxx. New York makes some noise! Welcome to Night Talk with your host, JoeRoxx.
Matter of fact, that was Guy, you know, the classy one here. Why don't you say hello to everybody, Guy?
What's up, bitches?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's this.
There she is in bed.
No doubt. No doubt. Tonight on the mics, we have, well, first off, let me explain who's here first. We have Jenny Voie.
Voie?
I'm sorry.
Jesus.
We've done 100 episodes, and I really can't remember, you know, I mean.
Her name.
No, I remember her name, but I just can't, you know.
Pronounce it.
I'm from New England.
Difficult name to pronounce.
Yeah, Jenny.
This little Chicagoan, hey there, hi there, ho there, to have a name like
What is
Louise.
that? Matt, can you shut the cameras down because it keeps on bouncing? We've done 100 episodes, and Matt still doesn't really know how to run this.
Hey, we wouldn't want to change anything for the 100th episode. Oh, look, we've already got a caller.
Oh,
I got a call. Okay.
We're not even in the show yet.
Hello, caller.
Straight talk. You have a caller.
All right.
To accept the
Straight
call,
talk.
press 1. For more options.
Sarah?
Hey, talk, hey.
Hi there.
Hi. Hey, okay, so just hold on because it's we're doing a late start, and Matt is, you know, I don't know what the fuck he's doing. But anyway.
So it's just another Thursday.
It's
just another Thursday.
Yeah, it's a typical Thursday. So tonight, everybody, it's our 100th episode of doing this crap, and we appreciate you. Yeah, we appreciate everybody. I appreciate all the messages and things I got over the time. I appreciate that. But before I go into all that stuff, we have a lot of people that are here tonight. First off, we have Goodnight Hollywood with Iya, and her special guest tonight is Cynthia Angelina. She's a fashion and makeup artist from California.
Where's she?
Guy, wait a minute, Guy. Okay, I know your wife's sleeping, but you got to give me. Let me say all.
Low down.
Wow.
Okay.
Listen to him, man. Huh?
And then we have Jay and Sara is here, and they'll be doing an interview with Tony Benefit. He just dropped a track yesterday, and you'll hear all about that. We have Crystal here. Crystal has tried to get in here a couple of times, but we've had a lot of audio problems and things, and so now she's here, and we're glad to have her.
And we're still having audio problems.
Glad to have her with us.
We get video.
But we can see her.
Yeah. Lynn Gibson is here also. She's the author of the Adrian trilogy. And she's going to talk about her book a little later with us. We also have Jan. Jan is here. Matt Hazley.
Hi, guys.
Jimmy is here.
Hello.
I said Jenny. The coach is here. And
hi, ladies.
Yeah. So I mean, we have a good group. Sarah's also here. Sarah from
Canada.
Yeah, from Canada. Sarah Crawford from Canada is here also with travel, travel things that she came up with. She's been working on that stuff, so that's a pretty cool thing. And then we also have Cindy Hobbs. Cindy Hobbs will be here, and she's the she gives her style tips of the week, and so she'll be here a little bit later also. And so we have a pretty good big group here of people on here. Oh, Alinda Ha will be calling in shortly, probably around 10:30. Quarter of 11, somewhere around there. So we might go a little bit over, but that's just the way it is. On our 100.
Half of the course.
Yeah. Before I go any further, though, next week we have a new show coming in, and I'm pretty excited about it. That show is with Robert Zuckerman, and he's a world-renowned photographer. He's going to have his own show. It'll be called Real Talk with Robert Zuckerman, and I'm really looking forward to that. He's going to be coming on at 9 p.m. Eastern, right before Night Talk. And so we're really all looking forward to having him come aboard with us.
So what's he talk about? What's going to be on that show?
He's a world-renowned photographer.
Yeah, I get that. Is he going to talk for an hour about photography?
I don't know what he's going to talk about, but we'll soon find out.
All right.
He'll show us.
You get what you pay for, right? Anyway, you get what you pay for.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
I think he owes you money.
We can't even get the show to run right.
He does owe me money. Exactly.
Who does?
It's look a bit. See, look a bit.
I don't fucking owe anybody any money.
Anyway, welcome everybody, and we're getting up to a jagged start as usual, and this is our 100th episode. So this is going to be a really good show. We have a lot of personalities and things going on. And Jimmy was going to take us in shortly. We're going to talk to Jay and Sara with Tony Benefit, and with his new track and stuff like that. So he will. I don't know why I'm looking at the camera. That we have no cameras. Right?
Maybe next week he can get Tony Bennett.
You have one, but it's
we're not on. We're not on camera.
Yeah, the cameras right now are purely for our own benefit.
Yeah, they're all for our own.
Vanity.
Exactly.
Well, make sure you look good. You look good.
Yeah, I feel good. I feel good. It's been
we get to stare at a backward 100 for the next hour.
It's a long time coming. But what's going on with you, Jenny? Anything? I seen you. You did a show a couple of days ago. Did you? Did you post that show a couple of days ago that you did, Jenny?
Actually, I have a clip from it. I got to get it up to you guys. Somebody took a video. I haven't watched it yet, but it went pretty well. It was for a Realty Access. It was called. It was for like a real Chicago Realty group hired some comedians to come in for their office and tell some jokes.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
So, it was completely perfect for employee talk. For sure. It's interesting.
Yeah, that's cool. That's
fun.
Yeah. What about you, Sara? What have you been up to? Anything?
I have been in the midst of moving, and that is never fun, let me tell you. Oh my gosh, so many things you need to cover. So I've just been one busy person trying to cover a whole bunch of things in a very short amount of time. So
moving, marriage,
everything else. Wow. Yeah, you got your hands all over there.
Yeah, I guess so.
So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and so Crystal's the Crystal. I don't know if Crystal can hear us. Jimmy, can Crystal hear us? Probably not. That's typical.
Can Jimmy hear us?
No, I don't think Jimmy can hear us either. But anyway, I read what about the Academy Awards or something like that? All the gifts that you get in the bags.
That's what's cool.
You get a ton of shit, man. That bag's worth some money.
Yeah. They gave you a trip to Israel for $55,000 first class. That's to
Israel?
Yeah. I don't know why.
Why don't I cash in for a $10,000 trip to Hawaii?
Yeah, I don't know.
Who the fuck wants to go to Israel for vacation?
I don't know.
I mean, it's mostly Jewish people.
Well, true. Yes. I mean,
they want to go there.
I guess.
I think she's
for their culture, I guess. I don't know.
No, I like that's what they give you. That's what they give you. That's what they give you, right?
Yeah. Well, they give you $275 worth of toilet paper also.
Why would they give you something that you would buy for yourself? Yeah, you know what I mean?
$275, that'll get me about 10 years of toilet paper. That's perfect.
Yeah, I don't know why it's so expensive.
Give me 5 years.
Really.
It'll last a year for me.
Yeah, if that for me.
Just teaching my niece that the other day. She keeps wiping with the same toilet paper from. You know, you can't do that as a girl. You have to use 2 different pieces.
2 parts,
right.
Yeah.
yeah. You don't want to wipe with the same piece repetitively.
Right. Exactly.
Not getting it.
Yeah. No. That's. I think it's over our head. Basically, you don't want to wipe with the same piece.
You boys, you don't get it. Number 2 hole.
Coach just uses 1 piece and he cuts a hole in the middle.
Wasn't there a while back that some knucklehead out there wanted to do one square? 1 square. Who the hell was that?
Oh, Christ.
You can cut a hole in the middle of it, man. You just put your finger through it.
One square.
My God, I was babysitting this little girl, no joke. I come in the bathroom, I'm like, what are you doing? She's counting out squares of toilet paper. Her grandma yelled at her at her house and told her she could use no more than 4 squares of tissue paper for her bathroom. I was like,
please.
No!
What the fuck?
I know.
I go through a roll a day.
Toilet paper is still brown. You gotta keep using more.
That's child abuse, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah, really.
It's terrible. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's
you guys agree?
Unbelievable.
Stop laughing though. I'm a terrible babysitter. I was like, oh.
So
Bring
Crystal,
your own.
Can Crystal hear us?
Jimmy? She's just gonna sit there for an hour.
Well, she's talking to somebody.
She's not in TeamSpeak, Joe.
Well, how do we get her in TeamSpeak?
Right.
Now she's gone all together.
We had problems with her internet connection. That's the reason why she kept dropping off. I don't know if she doesn't realize she's out or
she got dial-up?
Okay, hold on. This is typical of this.
I was talking about that today.
Well, she's gone, obviously. She's not even on Fuse.
No, it's not even Fuse.
She's. I'll bring it down. Hang on a second. I don't think she even knows that she's gone.
Hey, John, working with your audio. You can't hear.
She can't hear. Okay. Well, I don't know. Whatever. This is typical.
Yeah, it's my mess.
Anyway, why don't we, Jimmy? In the meantime, why don't we listen to hear what Jay and Sara have to say to Tony Benefit? Want to bring them in for a couple minutes?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Hey everyone, you're listening to Night Talk with JoeRoxx with your girls Jay Monique
and Chulita Sarita, aka Chi Chi,
from Outline on Armed Radio Global. What's good? So we have a special guest in the building tonight, Mr. Tony Benefit, who is an emerging artist with a new single, Light It Up. Tony, what's good?
What's good? What's going on, ladies? How you doing?
We're good. So we heard you making a lot of noise, especially in Chicago. So what's good? Tell us about that.
Yeah, I'm doing my thing out here. I've been making, I've been getting busy on the live show side for a minute. You know what I mean? The buzz started growing, I guess, you know what I mean? And, word of mouth type of thing. I got a couple publications cracking off, and, I'm getting it rocking out here. You know what I mean? What's going on with you guys? Thanks for having me.
What's going on with us? We're trying to get to know more about you.
There you go.
Because from our understanding, you are a newly signed artist. What were your feelings when you were signed?
I was extremely excited. You know what I mean? I've been doing this for a long time. I felt like, it was everything kind of coming full circle for me. So, you can imagine, after a 20-year journey, you know what I mean, the feeling I had, I found out somebody had that belief in me, and they saw my vision, and it's like we about to get it rocking. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming.
He coming.
That's what's up. So yeah, I've been keeping you on social media. I've been checking out your video and everything, and I know these ladies are feeling you, and they are chasing your fine behind. So how are you handling all of that?
Hey, look, I like to, I like to, you know, they pay me a little attention, you know what I'm saying, whatever. I don't let it get to my head, you know what I mean, to be honest with you. I'm flattered and all of that, you know. I try to just kind of, you know, I try to just be civil with everybody, you know what I mean, and I appreciate anybody that thinks I'm good looking or whatever, you know what I mean. I'm out here trying, you know what I'm saying, and you know, I keep it like that.
Okay. Nice. So what sets you apart from the other artists that are out and are coming out?
Songwriting. You know, I feel like you know, not to discredit any of the artists that are out, you know what I mean? I listen to a lot of the new stuff that's out, and, you know, everybody's definitely getting it rocking. There's some creative minds out there, but I just feel like I spend a lot more time than the average MC songwriting. You know what I mean?
Okay.
We feel that.
Okay, so I read your article in the Hype magazine, and it was dope. So you're a man of many talents. Can you elaborate on that?
Well, I mean, when you say many talents, what do you mean exactly?
Well, I mean, in the article it says that, you know, you're a songwriter, you're a performer, you also do some acting, you know, you're an MC, so just elaborate a little bit on that.
Yeah, you know, I'm kind of a Renaissance man, you know. It's like I'm one of those dudes, if I wake up and I have an idea, like, I kind of just go with it. It has to come to life, you know what I mean? And I like to kind of move like that. So, yeah, I've been doing the acting thing for like a little over a year. You know what I mean? It was kind of like, it was nothing serious at first. I kind of accidentally fell into that. I was dropping off a friend at a reading, and apparently the director liked my style or whatever, was like, "Are you here for a reading?" I was like, "No." So I ended up reading, and I landed a small role on this webisode, which for legal reasons, I won't mention the name, but that led to me doing other little small roles, you know, mostly extra work. And, you know, just kind of picked up. I signed an acting contract with a prominent talent agency in Chicago, and I started getting little roles here and there, you know, but mainly, like, you know, my focus has been on my music, doing my live shows, and, you know, building my fan base and getting it rocking like that. Also, you know, I direct all my own videos, and, you know, I'm also I'm into the whole, like, I'm into writing, you know what I mean? So I try not to limit myself to songwriting, you know what I mean? I'm putting together screenplays, and I do a lot of things, you know what I mean? So, yeah, definitely a Renaissance man.
All right, now. So we heard your single, Light It Up.
Light it up, light it up.
Oh, yeah. You know what I mean? Shout out to Jay Nasty, you know what I'm saying, on the beat. He definitely did his thing. He came with it. I mean, you know, it's going to be a big record. You know, shout out to Corey Jones. You know what I mean? Definitely excited about it. It's going to be a big record. You know what I mean? So y'all like it, huh?
Oh, we loved it. Mm-hmm. We more than liked it. We loved it. What inspired you to write the song?
Well, I heard the beat, you know, and I'm a very descriptive individual. So, like, the music kind of talks to me, right? And I'm listening to the beat. I'm listening to the chorus, the way it came off. It was just like, you know, to me, it was a no-brainer. I had to put the visual, you know what I mean, to go with the music, with what you were hearing on the chorus, you know. And once the record dropped, you know what I mean, they'll understand what I'm talking about. And it was just like that. Like, I'm very detailed with my writing. I like to consider my songs more like, you know, like short movies as opposed to songs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I love music that takes you on a journey where you can actually picture it the whole time it's going. So that's amazing. Right. That's one of my biggest goals when I'm writing. You know, I want people to go along on that ride with me. I'm always hoping that the listener is, you know what I mean, is picking up on that. So it's good to know that you know, that people are coming on that ride with me. Definitely. So with that being said, where do you want to take your music career? Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, I want to be, you know, executive producing. I want to, like, I want to discover the next big musician, that talented individual that's sitting somewhere like, that person that's at the top, like, man, that's where I'm about to be. I definitely see myself, executive producing. I want to write. I got ideas for sitcoms, screenplays, all type of things. Me and my partner, Scott Schaefer. Shout out to Scott Schaefer. Shout out to Erratic Static, Chart Killers, City Boys. We plan on doing a lot of things like directing films, short stories. I'm writing a lot of screenplays, So once I kind of, get it rocking on the music side, and I feel like, I've taken it as far as I can go, then I'm definitely gonna, dive into other things. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's what's up. Nice. So, Tony, can you tell everyone where they can listen to your music and find you?
Yeah, you can check me out. I got my website up and popping, TonyBenefit.com. Check it out. It's real spicy. You should like it. You can, follow. You can find me on, all the social media joints. Find me on Facebook, Tony Benefit. Instagram @TonyBenefit, Twitter @TonyBenefit. If you're on Reverb Nation, ReverbNation.com /Tony Benefit. And you see how I'm getting it rocking. Go to YouTube, check out my video, Rhyme Wave. It's making a lot of noise. It's the intro to the mixtape I'm putting out. The City Boy Presents Order Out of Chaos. Is the name of that mixtape. That's getting ready to drop. Also, make sure you go to iTunes, Apple Music, and download my new single, Let Me See. That's the street banger that I'm getting it rocking out here with right now. It's fire. So go check that out.
Nice. We certainly will. Well, that about wraps us up for the night. Be sure to follow us on our social media pages with the Outline, Twitter, Outline Show, Instagram, Outline Show, and Facebook, Outline Show. And also don't forget to visit our website, OutlineShow.com.
Oh, yeah.
And you can listen to Outline on Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Thursdays, 9:30 Pacific Standard Time. So that's double the time.
Wow, with the girls.
Monique and Chichi on Armed Radio Global.
Absolutely. Make sure y'all tune in. They definitely get it rocking. Shout out to Lions Vision. You know what I mean? They definitely get it rocking. Jay and Sarah, love y'all. Thank you for having me. You know what I mean? Anything y'all need from me, just hit me up.
All right, we got you. We're going to remember that.
Yeah, when you blow up, we will be calling you or stalking you. You choose which one you want.
Hey, you probably
that one. I didn't say start stalking anybody.
Okay, that's a deal.
All right, everybody. Check us out on our next episode. And remember, it's Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Thursdays, 9:30 Pacific Time on Armed Radio Global. Good night, y'all.
How come the only person you see is...
That's from Sara Figueroa. That's from Outline.
No, this is Al from Florida.
Oh. Well, it's probably her.
No, it's
Mine
Al.
said Florida, too.
I know, but I can't take that call. I got Sarah on the phone, and
yeah. So to continue that, I mean, I don't know. My wife, I mean, with the day I met her, I slept in her room from that day forward.
Wow.
So, I can that relationship right away.
Wow. Left in her room.
Because we were in college, right? So I basically stayed in her dorm room from the first night on.
And you railed her on the first.
Well, that's none of your business.
I mean, that is our business.
The other one's talking. I mean,
you mentioned it.
Right.
We like to. We have inquiries.
Well, you asked how long. It didn't take any time.
Oh, he nailed it right away.
Yeah, he must have nailed it right away. Wow. Yeah.
Christ,
I told you
15
she's
years
a lucky
old.
girl.
Less now.
Wow, you must have a giant penis.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about his penis before, remember?
Well, I mean,
We did?
About
What the hell do we talk about mine?
What?
Tuna fish can.
No, I mean, I'm trying to keep.
Dan has it recorded in her memory.
Yeah, it was October 26th, right?
I'm trying to keep this eyebrow.
Yes, it was October 26th. My God.
Are we back in, Jimmy? Or are we not back in?
Hold on, he's gonna
I
take a
told
drink
you
and
we
vape.
were
Wait
in
a
a
second.
long time ago.
Oh, okay. We were a long time ago. You just never told us.
Oh, okay. So anyway,
Yeah, that's it. Go back and listen.
That was
to it.
actually Outline Girls talking to the Outline Girls, Jay and Sara, talking to Tony Benefit, and his track is actually on our radio platform, so we can check him out. He plays some good music. I really enjoy his tracks. But now, anyway, I'm trying to think now. What am I supposed to do? Okay. No, I mean, I got. Now we had another guest. I think that she fell away again. Lynn. She always has a problem coming in.
Who?
I mean, not Lynn. Crystal. I don't know what her deal is. Maybe
She was here.
She was here. She was all set to go, and then
her dial-up cut out.
Yeah, something happened. So, anyway,
Jimmy's on the phone
Do
now.
we still use dial-up these days? What is?
Apparently, she does.
Well, and I think she's in a bad area. You know,
Florida.
No.
Well, she is from Florida, she said.
There's certain parts that yeah.
Really? I didn't think so. I thought
Florida, man.
I thought it was all new. You know, everything's
I
new.
got another call.
Oh, here comes Franco.
Franco? Who the fuck
Franco is another co-host, a new co-host. And you'll be
Isn't
hearing
it-
more of
isn't it
Franco
Jimmy?
pretty soon. No, it's Franco. But Franco, thank you for calling. Appreciate that. And I want to give a shout
I'm not going to take your call.
I'm not going to take your call because I'm not going to dump one of my producers. We can't. Our lines are full, right? Everything's
take off the yes.
All 20
our line
lines
is
are full?
Yeah.
Huh?
Our
All
line
20?
is full.
Yeah, all lines
All
are full.
20 are
I mean,
full?
we're all
Wow.
full. I mean,
We need more lines then.
Yeah, we do need more lines, but we need money before we get lines.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Another one trying to get in.
I can't take that call, caller. I apologize.
No, he's right.
The coach, this is like it was when we first started the show, and every time someone would call, he'd be like, I'm not taking your fucking call.
I'm not taking your call. You could try to be sneaking in. I really don't know who you are. You know what I mean? I don't know, okay?
Right.
But you can tweet me at
100 shows later has
I'm
changed.
Radio 1. Nothing's changed here. We're pretty much always the same, you know.
Send me pictures.
That's why we're number one, because people like consistency, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
they like
they
to
do,
be
yeah.
consistently amused by all
And
the...
they like shooting from the hip.
Yeah,
That's
well,
it.
yeah,
100 shows later, we haven't figured out how to take a fucking phone call.
That's right.
No, well, we don't. Well, we have...
I like
we
to
have
know that we're all failures.
Yes.
I
guess that's a good reason for other people to watch the show. They feel better about themselves.
Exactly. We make everybody
Because
feel...
we fuck up consistently.
Perfect.
Yeah, we make everybody feel good about themselves.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
Hey, whatever works.
Yeah, whatever works. I mean, but it has nothing to do, I don't think, with the people that are talking. I think it's our production staff that, our engineers and stuff like that.
Speaking of your production staff, and Jimmy, did you see in California, they just passed a law that you can no longer vape in the same areas that are banned with cigarettes.
Wow. Yeah.
So they've pretty much
everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
No smoking, no vaping.
Yeah, so Jimmy can't go to California
Hippies don't let vape happen, but they let weed happen everywhere. They don't
Yeah.
care.
Exactly.
Honestly, they don't care about the weed.
Yeah, I mean, those
cops
people are
walk right
harmless.
past
They're usually
it.
taking a
Because
nap
they want
afterwards and shit.
they want the
No, the money's in the
complications
weed,
to it.
though. The money's in the weed.
It's good though, man. After you know how many Doritos they sell over in California, and people get
Probably a
stoned
lot.
all day long.
Well, Jenny, you know about that. You lived in California.
That says it all.
Yeah, that's the stoner laugh right there.
Jenny, that says it all, kid.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that one.
No, she laughed. That's what you didn't hear.
I know she laughed, but
Yeah, well, that was it.
What
That
about
was
you?
right. That was the stoner laugh.
That
Yeah.
told the whole story.
I don't think that that Jenny smokes. But no.
Jenny?
It's Franco saying, "Pick up the fucking phone."
Yeah.
Me, no. Franco. Oh, I know Franco, but I can't pick up the phone. You can't call me. Our lines are jammed.
Oh, yeah, the lines are backed up.
Our lines are jammed. We're a pretty popular show, especially tonight because it's our 100th show.
Yeah, the lines are jammed, and we're not taking any calls.
We're not taking no calls tonight.
How can you?
We can't. We can't.
Too many.
We can't do it tonight.
It's an efficient show.
Yeah. But anyway, Jimmy.
Yes.
Okay. Are we going into a commercial soon, or?
We can, but give me 2 minutes. I can go into it now if you want, but I'd rather stall for time.
Okay, well, let's stall for time.
Whatever you need, producer.
Right. I got a great idea. Why don't we just sit here and be quiet?
No, all right, let's go to commercial, Joe. Sounds like a good idea.
All right, thank you. Appreciate that. We'll be right back after these messages.
How come we can't see Coach and Young Buck?
You would want to, okay?
Okay.
You know,
It's the only way to keep the sweating to a minimum.
Yeah.
The camera's not working.
The camera's not working, Jan.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Joe literally has 3 webcams on top of one monitor, and we can't figure out how to get them to work.
Yeah. And they're all on those 2. So, I mean, go figure.
Jan, I know you want to see us because we're good looking, but
I know you
we'll
are.
save it.
Are you hangry? Know the signs. Uncontrollable yelling.
Why aren't you egg rolls?
Hallucination.
Sushi.
Pants discomfort.
I hate you, pants.
Hangry. It can happen to anyone. Fortunately, there's E24, the app that tells hunger to shut up.
Egg rolls. Thanks, Snoop.
E24. In my medical opinion, it's the best way to order food online, baby.
Need tree removal? Need tree pruning? Need stump grinding? What about dangerous 24-hour tree removal? Then you need to call Need Tree Work. We have all the equipment and expertise to do the job right. Our team at Need Tree Work provides efficient and effective services such as snow plowing, snow removal, sanding, and salting. Need Tree Work is family-owned and operated, fully licensed and insured. For unmatched tree work at unbeatable price, call Need Tree Work at 1-508-840-1600. Visit our website at needtreework.com. Come down and visit us at 250 Dedham Street, Norfolk, Massachusetts, next to Dunkin' Donuts on Route 1A. Don't forget, if you need Christmas trees, we'll have them there too. Like us on Facebook, Need Tree Work.
Hi, this is Cindy Hobbs with your Style Tip of the Week. As a master stylist, I cannot stress to you just how important good product is for your hair and scalp. When my clients come in and they sit in my chair, I make sure during a consultation to wait a few minutes to even touch their hair. I give them the opportunity to vent their hair frustrations and show them that I am completely, utterly empathetic about their needs. No one likes bad hair. After listening to them, I like to get a good feel of the hair and a good look at the scalp. Many times I can just look at their hair before even touching it and see that they are using really bad product on their hair. But when I see flaking on an otherwise healthy scalp, I know the difference that I'm going to be making just by taking them to the shampoo bowl, clarifying that head, getting all that nasty buildup off their hair and their scalp at the bowl, and show them just why they need to use professional product on their hair. Believe me when I tell you that you'll save money, you won't waste it, because professional product is an investment. It's more concentrated and you'll use less. Since you're investing in yourself, you won't use it the way it's not supposed to be used. You'll appreciate the fact that you will have good results at home after your salon visit as well. And your hair will be healthier, less likely to dry out and break, cause oil buildup, flakes, less frizz, and you're going to feel better about yourself. And let's face it, people respect what they value. People value what they respect. Respect yourself enough to know that you are worth investing in feeling better about yourself. So, this is my style tip of the week. Invest in good product. Discuss it with your stylist. All right, you guys, have a great night and have a great week. Catch me again next week at 10 p.m. on Night Talk with JoeRoxx, exclusively on Armed Radio Global.
Let's get this thing started.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? You're listening to Sammy V. I mean, I'm not gonna rap or sing or play any sort of music. I'm just here to tell you that you should listen to my new radio show. That's right, my new radio show, live on Armed Radio Global. It's every Tuesday, 10:30 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So be there and listen to Thoughts for Food, the radio show. Or better known as Candy for Your Ears.
This is Kimmy Pops, and you're listening to Arms Radio, home of the big guns.
Everybody, welcome back, everybody. Now, before we go any further, first of all, I want to welcome in Crystal. I hope I said it right. Crystal Whitfield, is that right, Crystal?
You got it.
Okay, beautiful. And Crystal is actually she's been here with us a couple of weeks now, but she's been falling off because she had problems with audio or video and things like that. Crystal, why don't you just tell the people a little bit, about you. Stuff like that.
Well, first of all, everything has totally sucked on this side trying to get in here. So I want you guys to know I am.
Welcome to Night Talk.
In.
Yeah, well, that's good.
I am in.
Yeah.
But I'm an actress, comedian, makeup artist, a little bit of everything.
You're a comedy writer too, aren't you, Crystal?
A script writer.
I'm sorry, script writer.
Yeah. That's okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I have a movie that I'm actually working on this year.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I have a director that picked it up out in California, so I'm really excited about that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You'll have to fill us in as you progress with that. That sounds really good.
It's cool.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, I've seen a lot of stuff that you've done. Crystal, I've seen your reel and stuff like that. It's pretty funny. It is pretty funny.
What? Let me tell you about that one. That one was kind of crazy. I submitted for a job out in California, and the title was, "If you knew someone that could bend time, what would you do?" And of course, my brain is so twisted anyways, and I'm all right with that. But I didn't want to be the typical, oh, well, I would have done this if I could have changed time. So, yeah, I did. I would have went back in time and brought back Robin Williams. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, you did.
Oh, yeah. And I did. I went through, these little phases, and, Robin Williams, totally off the wall. And so am I, so I can totally relate to him. And it was just so crazy, It was crazy. But I had a good time doing that, and I submitted it in less than an hour of submitting it on the 4th of July. I made it to the final round, so I was, totally stoked.
Okay. Well, you wasn't here for the last conversation that we had because you was fooling around with the audio and things. But
I was fooling
around.
I was fooling around with your buddy.
Oh, my buddy. I don't have any buddies.
At least somebody's in some action.
She was good.
He was on top of things.
Oh, yeah.
That ain't the first time we've heard that about Matt.
I was fixing her input.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, Maddie likes the blondes. He does like the blondes. But anyway, I mean,
feel the burn.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about a couple things, Crystal. We talked about how do you feel about Valentine's Day and stuff like that. Are you doing anything special, or what are you doing exactly?
I'm getting naked.
I love her.
Are you kidding?
You want to go to the five round?
Now it's Valentine's Day, right? Do you want to make love or you just want to fool around? It's Valentine's.
Nobody makes love anymore.
Look,
Shut up.
Come on.
You don't make love anymore.
Of course you do.
I am not wasting. I'm not wasting time on the chocolates and all that shit.
I think burn some calories. Don't eat them.
That's right.
She is my idol. She's my idol.
Everybody's your idol.
No, anybody who takes their clothes off is Coach's idol.
Yeah. Coach wants to take you down to
Fireside. Gonna give you fucking chicken nuggets and a beer.
It's better than stupid flowers and Valentine cards.
You might even go naked.
I don't know.
That's right.
But we have I want to talk to Lynn Gibson.
You're scared already, aren't you?
No, what would you consider yourself? Would you like a vampire? I mean, what would you consider yourself actually? Because you know all about that stuff, basically.
I write hardcore horror.
I have a vampire series that's out that, of course, is vampire erotica. And in the last couple of years, I've earned the title of being a vampire historian. A lot of people hit my blog up for history on legends and lore and stuff like that.
Wow.
Wow.
Erotica. That
was here tonight, right? Everybody likes erotica.
Yeah, I like that part.
No, but what does vampire erotica mean exactly?
Well, you're having sex with an immortal. I mean, imagine the stamina. It's almost
Jim
like
wants to know
my
if any of
husband.
those immortals have wind socks.
Oh man!
You must read the books.
Yeah, I mean, you got to. Well, I mean, tell us how to get the book and and stuff like that. How do you get to your blog and all that stuff too? I mean,
You can find me at authorlyngibson.com. My blog is also on that page. I have a separate blog under authorlyngibson.com. So just Google author Lynn Gibson and you'll find me.
Oh, okay.
And you don't you have your own radio show or something like that? Or something
I do. I do a local show every Wednesday in the mornings. They do their best to try to keep me on a leash, and I do my best to stretch it till its full extent.
You can put me on a leash.
That's what I keep telling them. They say the ratings for that show is
bringing on the show. Trying to get dirty now.
The woman are bringing it on.
Well, Crystal is a daywalker.
I like whips and duct tape. It's okay.
You got to get the video working, Joe, pretty quick, all right?
Very quick.
It's all this erotica. Now he wants the video, right?
Yeah, exactly.
See, Joe, it doesn't matter what we talk about. It all goes back to sex, even when it comes to vampires.
Well, no, I mean,
That's right.
how did you get into that though, Lynn?
Actually, I saw the Twilight movies coming out, and I went, oh, damn that. Damn that. There's no sex. There's not enough violence. It's all wrong. I'm going to do it the right way. So I started writing the first of the series.
Yes,
That
Twilight
sounds
would have been
great.
much better if there was rampant sex in it.
Exactly.
Right. Twilight is shit from my point of view. However, it did get used to read.
Holy mackerel.
Well, they shouldn't have sex.
Is it okay that I said that? Should I?
Oh, yeah, you
not
can
say
say
that?
Say whatever you want.
Swear on this show.
Wrong.
It's all right.
Whatever you want.
Okay, Twilight is shit, but it did get the youth to read.
Yep. That it
I
did.
read all four.
For the kids, though, so
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, well, those
yours
those
is a
aren't
little
like
older.
little kids,
They're
aren't they?
high school kids. They're high school kids.
High school.
No, they're in college.
No,
Yeah, they were high school in the movie.
No, they were high school. That's
They were
right.
high school in the movie.
I don't know.
I have actually attempted to write a PG-13 horror book, and I've been told that I've failed tragically because what I assumed to be PG-13 apparently is not.
You failed it big time.
It's like NC-17.
Yeah.
I tried. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I
He's
just
all
don't-
fucked up
No,
now.
I don't really know how you can get into something, being like into that stuff. Do you know what I mean?
You know, I never watched Twilight. Like when it first came out, I never watched it.
Never saw
and
it.
it was on TV
Great.
one night, and I'm like, I'm just gonna watch it and see. It's actually pretty good.
I never.
It is. It's
I watched
awesome.
it, and it was actually pretty good. And I'm not into the vampire stuff or anything like that, but I watched it, and then I watched the ones that went after. It was actually a pretty good series.
I think it was. I'm trying to think of the vampire movie we've seen.
I mean, it's no in living color, Joe, but
Bram, what's it? The newer Bram Stoker's vampire. That one there was
It's Dracula.
Oh, it's Well, he's
That's
Dracula
Dracula.
vampire.
Oh, you think
know,
of
but
like
that's
Oh, what's he?
Last I heard.
I mean, I thought the Dracula.
HBO Alan Ball one for a minute there, and then it got out of control. What was the one on HBO?
Oh,
That was
Blood.
True Blood, yeah.
True Blood, yeah.
My
True Blood.
vampires are kind of a mix between True Blood and Anne Rice. They're a little in between.
right.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
I did it right.
Yeah.
Oh, have you
That's
seen
cool.
Key and Peele's comedy sketch on vampires?
I actually haven't. I've been trying to steer away from all that. I've been writing pretty solid for the last few years, so I don't watch or read things like that while I'm writing. I'm working on my 6th project right now, so
Right.
I don't see a whole lot of other stuff at the moment.
This is just
Why?
making fun of the vampire erotica. It's really funny. I would suggest it. Everyone check out Key and Peele if they get a chance. It's so funny.
I call them Vampire Diaries. And
Yeah,
that's still
I
clean.
I don't know. So actually,
Wolfman.
Jan's still watching Count Dracula.
don't vampires they burn up during the day or something like that?
Yeah, they hit the sun. Yeah.
That's
Oh, yeah,
exactly
you get a
right.
Sun
Yeah.
burns them up.
Okay, and what's the big deal with the garlic? What's up with that?
The garlic
Or
are
just keeps
that,
going away,
that
right?
goes along with the Romanian legends. The Romanians say that garlic is one deterrent. They also say that knots or throwing beans or grains of rice will confuse them because vampires are supposedly OCD. But every region has its own legends and its own deterrents and their own origination theories.
That must be why the Asians throw rice at weddings.
Maybe so.
I mean, let's be honest. You eat a garlic dinner, pasta dinner with garlic, and the girls in the back of the house. So
yeah.
What's that have to do with a vampire?
Gets rid of the
garlic.
kaboka.
What's up with the garlic?
You gotta suck
Talking
what
about
you
the
can
garlic.
suck.
With the
That's all you
garlic.
Hey, that's absolutely
We're talking
right.
about
I
garlic
like that.
to the vampires is what we're talking
Exactly.
about. We're not talking-
And he's saying his wife is a vampire, and when he cooks with garlic, she leaves.
Keeps her away.
Oh, I got you.
Keeps her away.
I got you.
You're a lucky man, then. You must cook a lot, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Lots of garlic.
Believe me, don't too
Garlic will not help you against my vampires, not one bit. But we've been doing a lot of touring in the last couple of years. We do a lot of the horror cons. My husband actually built a Top Fuel front engine dragster called the Adrian Trilogy Dragster that's making appearances with us. It is a badass, so you guys need to check it out.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, I should. Yeah, post
Probably
that.
looks like my
Yeah.
Toyota.
Yeah.
No, man, no, hell no.
More like the Munster car.
Yeah, a little bit, a lot bigger, a lot more detail, a lot bigger motor, a lot more for real, and a lot more
that's
scary.
Yeah, well, that sounds good. That sounds good.
That's
Sounds
what you
really
need,
good.
flames on a Toyota. There you go, Buck.
Whatever
That's
works,
some
right,
funny
man? Makes
shit.
it look
I
like
don't
I'm
care
going
who you are.
faster.
That's right.
Yeah. I mean, it's I mean, it's just an interesting. I mean, I find that because I did read a little bit about you on on your site and stuff like that. I find it interesting that you would pick that out of all the I mean, just how did you ever come about how did you ever do that?
Well, when I started the book, I told you how that started out.
Right,
and I
right.
signed a publishing contract shortly thereafter. And she set me up with a blog and told me I had to blog 3 times a week to start building my fan base. And that really blew up because I started looking at the ancient vampire legends first, and I was putting them out 3 times a week. So I started getting a huge following, not just here in the States, but all over the world because I was blogging about different legends all over the
Exactly.
country. So
They're interested in it. Yeah.
they really are. And I got to tell you, it's interesting to dig back into ancient religious text and stuff like that and find the legends within there. It will really make you open your eyes.
So that's from that's originates from Europe, right? Those kind of.
Pennsylvania.
You know, a lot of people think that, but that's not true. That the legend of the vampire has been around for as long as humans have walked on the earth. They have actually excavated amulets and other things along those lines at a dig site in Ur that dated back to 2500 BC. So they've been around, or at least the legend of them have been around since before history.
Wow. I know that women vampires are pretty good looking because they wear corsets.
So you were looking at my pictures, right? You like the corsets, huh?
No, I posted on the Night Talk page. I don't.
There aren't many that are ugly. That's for sure.
No, there
I actually shared your post, and I saw a couple of corsets there in your post that I have some just like that.
Wow.
Whoa, there you go.
No, I mean, I don't see anybody walking around in a corset in Walmart, right? I mean,
Well, they have one on. You just can't see it because it's tucked in the fat.
Yeah, it was Castle Boutique.
So wedged in there. Fucking
I don't know. What about you, Sarah? Would you wear something like that?
Actually, you know what? It's a big right now.
Turn
to be
on.
honest,
It's
there's
a
a bunch of these waist. There's these waist shaper things that are actually quite similar to a corset. They pretty much do the exact same thing, and I think a good majority of people I know are buying them and stuff. They're actually really bad for you, I've heard, but I don't know. They look nice, that's for sure, but I don't know if I would wear one.
I think Crystal does. Actually, she had one on her own.
I know she does.
I have a couple of them, and I freaking love them.
Hey, I love my corsets and a pair of thigh-high boots, man. That's it.
There you go.
When you look at yourself, you're like, yeah, this is good.
Coach just cut a hole in the desk.
Whole wardrobe. Prius is revving up a little bit. You said Crystal.
Actually, Jenny's gonna start wearing on her.
He just dumped the fucking beer on himself.
Joe, wait till your daughter gets 10 years old and she reads the Twilight series.
Jan, we don't talk about kids here, right? This is an adult show, Jan.
No, but I'm telling you, Joe, remember it.
Don't worry about my kids, Jan. Worry about your own.
Joe's daughter's not going to be like that.
Oh yeah, right.
We're not going to get into that.
We don't talk
when your daughter turns 18, I'll send her the entire Adrian trilogy series.
No, she's not your family.
But if you don't want to ever have to have that talk with her, I'll send them now.
Yeah, really. They all are.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Have you ever been to Vlad's Castle or whatever they call it?
Vlad's Castle. Actually, I just put a blog out about that a couple of weeks ago. A lot of people assumed that is actually where Vlad stayed. It was the inspiration for Stoker's original novel concerning Dracula. However, the man never spent a night there. There are several castles that he did own. A couple of them are still kind of sort of in existence. But check that blog out under author Lynn Gibson at WordPress, and you'll learn a whole lot about Vlad Dracula.
Those are really cool looking castles.
Yeah. Yeah, because that was Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise in that first movie, wasn't it?
Is Brad Pitt a
that was an interview with the
Well, he should be if he's Angelina Jolie.
Didn't her and Billy Bob, Joe Thornton, whatever his name was, have...
Yeah, they ate some blood or something. I don't know.
So I got one more question for you, Lynn. I'm sorry. Yeah, I got one more question for you, Lynn. When they take the blood out of you, like when the vampires bite you, well, I'm interested in this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been with a few vampires, so you know, and I've had a lot of blood sucked out of me for sure.
Yeah, but we don't call them vampires. They were hookers. Modern world.
They were hookers.
No, they're ex-wives.
They were hookers.
They're not sucking blood. They're sucking money.
What happens? I mean, do you live forever or something like that? Is that real?
Yes.
The original theories, there are two original theories. One that goes back to Lilith, which has a separate meaning for the blood, or the curse for the thirst of blood. The second is probably a little bit more legitimate, is the Judas theory, and that is when God cursed him to walk the earth in darkness. He actually brought him back to life after he hung himself, cursed him to walk the earth in darkness for eternity, and then also cursed him with the thirst for blood. And that also explains the vampires' issues with the symbol of the crucifix in silver. It's just a reminder of the betrayal, which put them in the position they're in now.
It goes into werewolves and druids.
She knows some shit. The vampires don't like werewolves. Is that right, or something like that? Is that right?
I don't know anything about the werewolf shit. I haven't researched any of that and haven't seen anything that points that there's any legitimacy to that at all.
Jimmy looks like a werewolf.
Yeah, because Jimmy kind of looks like a werewolf.
Yeah. Last time you saw a werewolf that vaped.
Yeah, a vaping werewolf.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a huge vaping advocate.
Still here, Jim. There you go. Hey,
I mean, it's really.
That's what he does when he stands at the window in the trailer park.
So you go to all these different types of comic cons and things like that. Is that what you do, Lynn?
Oh yeah, I got to be amongst my people.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be awesome. That would be awesome.
Where do you go to New York and places like that, or
I've mostly been running these down here in the southern parts and my stomping grounds.
Yeah.
Orlando has one that's biannual called Spooky Empire. I've been with them for a few years, and they are now the 5th ranked, I believe, largest convention in the United States. So I do a lot with them, and then other smaller conventions around here, New Orleans, yada yada.
They do one. They do one in Boston, don't they? Comic-Con.
Comic-Con, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Comic-Con's huge, but it travels the United States. It goes all around.
Everywhere.
Yeah, it goes everywhere. So it's really big.
It's like originals. They
get some bizarre people though, man, at those things.
Oh.
Where?
Comic-Con
for sure.
This year.
For sure.
I am one of those bizarre people.
What's that, Jenny?
No.
I went to Comic-Con this year. Yeah, they do.
I would love to. Oh God.
I think it would be fun. I've
never
been to one.
It'd be a riot.
Yeah, I think it would be fun. I've never been. I've always wanted to go to one, especially the one in New York.
Yeah, you can dress up like a teddy bear.
No, I dress up like a Wookiee. Stop here. Right from Star Wars.
As a
Wookiee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought you said a Woody.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, Jan. I said a Wookiee.
Jan's obviously thinking about something.
Jan, no Woody. No Woody yet.
She's still thinking about that erotica.
Yeah, I'm still thinking of the sucking.
I hear you. I hear you, my girl.
Yes, there you go.
Hey, it comes from somewhere.
Yeah, you're right.
I think in a previous life, Jan was a vampire. Really.
Yeah, she didn't suck blood, though.
So.
No.
Well, I don't know whatever.
She didn't
anyway, I want to, I mean, this has been great to have everybody here tonight. Hopefully, at one point within the next 100 shows, we'll figure out our audio.
I doubt it.
Yeah. So I mean,
that's the calling sign for this show.
Well, I mean, this show has a lot. This show has a lot of moving parts. It's not like regular. It's just not.
Well, it's not high end.
Huh?
It's not high end.
So funny you guys
look at that computer monitor.
It has a lot of moving parts. There's so many.
So what kind of moving parts?
And stuff like that.
I
mean, we're actually looking for that, but I don't see anybody.
By moving parts, we mean like ladders and stuff like that.
Sending checks out of it.
Not from the waist down. Not from the waist down.
Actually, our company limousine is a Toyota next door. Right?
It's only a 4-seater.
Anyway,
the forces with you.
I want to thank. Well, actually, we're not going anywhere. We're going to another segment.
We are.
Yeah, we're going to.
How long that segment for?
We're going to last week's winner.
Yes, we want to talk about that right now, Jan. Go ahead.
Okay, last week's winner was Ann Ah, and she was for Brooklyn. Brooklyn?
Oh, God.
I think she's from Bronxville.
Bronxville. I'm sorry. Bronxville, New York. And the actor was one of Boston's own, Brian White. It was in the 2007 movie Stomp the Yard.
That's
Thanks,
actually
Ann,
Jenny's
for
favorite.
Listening to us.
Yeah, thank you very much for listening to this mess. Okay, we appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'm loving every minute of it.
No, I'm
loving every minute.
Appreciate that.
We have a lot of fun.
We're going to go into a break right now, but when we come back,
Coach is going to have a corset on.
When we come back, hold on.
Hold on.
When we come back, when we come back,
we're
going to bring in Iya with Cynthia Angelina, and she's going to do her segment on Good Night Hollywood. So
okay, cool.
We'll bring Iya right in, and we'll be right back after these messages.
And I'll be naked.
Are you hangry? Know the signs. Uncontrollable yelling.
Why aren't you egg rolls?
Hallucination.
Sushi.
Pants discomfort.
I hate you, pants.
Hangry. It can happen to anyone. Fortunately, there's E24, the app that tells hunger to shut up.
Egg rolls. Thanks, Snoop.
E24. In my medical opinion, it's the best way to order food online, baby.
Are you a gamer? A girl gamer at that? If you're looking for the best hangout point to discuss games, then the right place for you is joystickgirls.com. Meet new gamers, discuss topics, and share hints and tips. Now looking for new members. So sign up today at the new site that keeps getting better and better, joystickgirls.com.
Hi, this is Bill Oberst Jr. reminding you to tune in to our Hostess with the Mostest Valinistama every Tuesday night, 7 Central, for Talk Time with Val. Brought to you by Armed Radio Global, home of the big guns.
Hey, it's Yelpy here. Check out my new single, Feeling. You're listening to Armed Radio Global, home of the big guns.
The views and opinions of this broadcast do not reflect the views and opinions of Radio Global, Who Knew Productions, JSA Media, and its affiliates. Enjoy the show.
Hi everyone, thanks again for joining me this week on Goodnight Hollywood. I'm your host Ia for all your fashion, music, and gossip on Night Talk with JoeRoxx, 10 p.m. Eastern, exclusively on Armed Radio Global and the TuneIn Satellite Network. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, SoundCloud, Reverb Nation, and Snapchat at Everything Ia, and that's Everything Ia, EYA. You can also find me on Facebook. Check out my Facebook fan page at Ia, and that's capital E, capital Y, capital A. I am so excited. We have another very special guest tonight from Team Ia, makeup and hairstylist Cynthia Angelina, who is also my go-to gal. But before we talk to Cynthia, I have your celebrity gossip for the week. We're going to continue talking about The Bachelor. Kylie Jenner launched her Kylie Cosmetics this week, and everyone wants to hear about Beyonce's halftime show at the Super Bowl. So first off, we're going to start out with The Bachelor. A lot of girls got sent home this week, and it picked off right from the to be continued from last week where, there was kind of a little cliffhanger. So this week, Bachelor Ben took Olivia and Emily, and they got chased by pigs, and it was crazy. To everyone's excitement, Olivia did get sent home on that date. And I'm sure everyone is saying, finally, because I know no one liked Olivia. Leah also got sent home before the rose ceremony because she threw shade Lauren B's way, and Ben was not having it. There was no cocktail party because Ben was feeling emotionally drained, so they just went straight to the rose ceremony. But that's what happens when you're dating 10 girls at once. There's a lot of emotions flying around. I mean, what else does he expect? Jennifer and Lauren H. were also sent home at the rose ceremony, which concludes our Bachelor story. So I'm sure all of you remember back in November, Kylie Jenner launched her lip kits that sold out in minutes. As of 2016, there's talks about Kylie opening up a full cosmetic line. But as I'm sure all of you know, she launched Kylie Cosmetics this week with a bunch of different lipsticks that also sold out in minutes. One thing I can say about this family, a lot of people talk crap about the Kardashians. Everyone hates the Kardashians, but they're very quick to buy their product. If the Kardashians are selling out their product in minutes, they are doing something right. Lastly, Beyonce stirred up a little controversy at the Super Bowl, where she performed her song Formation. There's a lot of people that are very upset with Beyonce, and there's even a hashtag boycott Beyonce that's going around right now. And this all has to do with her performance at the halftime where she had her dancers dressed echoing the Black Panthers, which was a movement back in the late 60s, which didn't follow Martin Luther King's perspective of nonviolence. They weren't so much against that, but at the same time they thought action wasn't taken quickly enough, so they decided to take action. There's a lot of controversy right now with the police and Black Lives Matter, so all of this is echoing back into the late 60s. Controversy aside, Beyonce definitely knows how to put on a show, and that girl can dance. Now we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk to my girl, Cynthia.
Let's get this thing started.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? You're listening to Sammy V. I'm not going to rap or sing or play any sort of music. I'm just here to tell you that you should listen to my new radio show. That's right, my new radio show, live on Armed Radio Global. It's every Tuesday, 10:30 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So be there and listen to Thoughts for Food, the radio show. Or better known as Candy for Your Ears.
This is Kimmy Pops, and you're listening to Arms Radio, home of the big guns.
Hey everyone, we're back, and I'm here with my girl Cynthia. What's up? How's it going?
Good.
So Cynthia has been doing makeup for a really long time. We met a couple years ago, way back when I had pink hair and was just starting out in the modeling industry, and we instantly hit it off, and ever since then we've been working on project after project. We've been published. You've done my whole hair, makeup, everything for my video for Dancing Alone Forever, the album shoot. Pretty much any time that I need a makeup artist, I call Cynthia. So how long have you been doing hair and makeup?
So it's always, whenever I get asked that question, it's always such a funny answer because I've been doing hair, I think, since I was like 15, which I'm going to state my age now. Dun, dun, dun. But it's been about 17 years now that I've been doing hair, which seems like I'm super ancient. But I started doing hair and makeup professionally about 6 years ago. So it's been an awesome ride.
Yeah, I mean, we met, 2-3 years ago?
Yeah, I think so. Actually, I think is it 3 years ago? I don't know. We always go back and forth. I feel like it was ages ago. It's definitely.
I think now it's 3 years.
Now it's 3 years.
Because I know I think I had pink hair in either 2012 or 2013.
Isn't it funny how that's how we remember the years?
Based on my hairstyles. Well, it's because I changed them so much. So I have like periods of my life where I'm like, oh yeah, I had the pink hair, or I had the long blonde hair, or I had the long brunette hair, or that's when I chopped my hair off.
I think
had blue hair.
I think I may have still had quote unquote normal-ish hair.
You had your natural hair.
That's
this
so
was
crazy.
Way before you.
It was red and pink, purple, whatever.
It was way before the red. And it was short. Yeah. You had short hair.
That's so crazy. I totally forgot about that. Oh my gosh. Anyway.
It's been a moment.
It's been a while, yeah.
It's been a moment. Sure. Yeah. But yes, you're so very talented, and the first day I actually could not stop staring at myself in the mirror, and I was like, I'm so sorry, Cynthia, I'm not this conceited, but oh my god. And I think that's like when we really clicked, but you are just so incredibly talented.
Oh, thank you.
Do you learn by yourself, or did you go to school?
I did go to school. I mean, I want to say a lot of it was, my mom is really crafty, and I learned a lot. Like, I learned how to do hair from her, and that's how I ended up just, once she taught me the basics, I kind of just took off with it, depending on whatever it is that I wanted to do. So I think I get it from that. It comes in my genes, but I did go to school. I went to a little school in San Gabriel Valley, and just kind of kept working and hustling and trying to get jobs and, whatever it was, just to soak up all the knowledge that I could. So that's my claim to fame there.
Well, I feel like, just in any part of this industry, if it's makeup, hair, modeling, acting, singing, I feel like a lot of it you learn on the job too, like way more than you could ever learn in the classroom.
Totally.
Because I went to Strasbourg, and then I did the film that you did the makeup on, which led me to music.
Isn't that
I feel like I learned so much more in those 2 days than I did the whole 2 years at Strasbourg.
It's just a lot of experience. I feel like experience is such a big part of learning versus, I'm not going to say, you don't learn when you're in school. Like, they teach you the mechanics, but not really how to express yourself, or, hey, you know what, you don't have to limit yourself to X, Y, and Z. You can actually do this just like you. You don't have to just be an actress. You could be a singer, model, producer.
You can do it all.
Radio spokesperson.
I know, right?
Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
The list just keeps going on. That is awesome. But what do you love most about this industry? Because at times it can be tough, but
it is.
Everyone has to have that love and drive to keep us going.
Yeah, and that's what it is. I feel like you have to have that passion and that drive. Want to be a hustler and never lose that passion for it, because it is such a hard thing. Some people might think that it comes so easy because they see us and say, oh, well, Cynthia's been doing it for 6 years and look at where she's at, but it's not that easy. And there are times where you're like, man, how the heck am I going to pay the bills this month? Or like, I'm stuck working with this person and I don't like them, but I need to stick with this job. So I feel like you do have to have a passion for it. I love everything about it. Mostly. I love that there's never the same setting, and it always keeps you guessing. Like, you know, today I can be here, and then tomorrow I'll be in, like, the middle of a desert with, like, no Wi-Fi or no cell reception. And then next thing you know, I'll be working with, you know, America's Next Top Model or whatever it is. So to me, that's really important, to have that range, you know. Yeah. Getting to meet so many different people. So
it's always nice. Like you know, it's not like a 9-to-5 job. You can work any time of the day. Sometimes it's late, sometimes in the morning. You're not going to the office every day. You could go to a desert, or you know, you go to the woods. Like it's very adventurous.
Or you get to stay home in your flip flops.
Or when you come over, I'm always in my pajamas. I'm like, okay, I'm ready for hair.
I'm ready. I know.
Whirl out of bed.
My God, I know. My favorite was, it's still you and your onesie when we're doing a photo shoot, and you're sitting there knitting, but yet I have this like faux hawk going on and some crazy makeup on you. Yep. I still have that picture. I have to find it.
Yes.
But just the opposite of every part of that is amazing.
That's me. Just so random. I love it though.
Me too.
If you could change anything about this industry, what would that be?
I'm going to preface this by saying that it's not everyone, but I feel like there's so many flaky people, and it just drives me nuts. I don't know if it's, well, I know it's because of my work ethic, but I'm so used to, you know, if you say that you're going to be here at this time, then be here at this time, or show up, you know? Like, there's so much work that goes into productions or editorials, and if one person doesn't show up, it's like having a table with a missing leg. Like, it's not every single person that's involved in these jobs are important, and if you don't show up, or if you're late or whatever it is, that affects everybody else who did take the time and did think it was important enough to show up, or show up on time, or show up, period, you know? Mm-hmm. So it still irks me, and I have such a hard time with that.
No, I
you might be able to hear it in my voice.
I mean, I completely agree. I mean, I've been on plenty of sets where people just don't show up. Yeah. And that's how I actually met you, is because the time before there was supposed to be a makeup artist who I worked with the previous night, like at a runway. The next morning, I didn't know we got booked for the same shoot, but we did. She never showed up, so the whole shoot was canceled, and that's when I went on the hunt to go find someone else, and then we started talking.
So in this instance, thank you, makeup artist, for being flaky.
Yes, because it led to bigger and better things, but, you know, I didn't know that at the time.
But that's the thing, too. You know, if you're flaky, you have to think, like, okay, there's always going to be somebody else ready to take that job, and even if you've already secured it, quote-unquote, it's not secure. Like, if you don't show up, somebody else is going to show up that has more of a drive, that has more of a talent, you know? So you need to, once you get your jobs and you have your group, you need to really,
I mean,
hold on to that.
It is. That's one thing about LA. There's so many people in LA who are all doing industry stuff.
Yeah,
and
totally.
You're going to get replaced in a second. You know, even just in the modeling industry, it's so hard to, like, really put your foot down about getting paid, because there's the next girl behind you that's like, oh, I'll do it for free.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it's like, well, you're overriding what I'm saying, because you're going to do it for free, when if you just put your foot down too, we'd all get paid.
Yeah, totally.
But you're hungry.
Yeah. And I, in that sense too, you know, that's a constant struggle with makeup artists, because, you know, I feel like our job is really important. Sometimes I feel like it's an afterthought to a lot of people, but when you're looking at a TV show, or, you know, pictures or whatever it is that you're looking at, you're like, oh, it's great, but there's something missing. And then it makes or breaks whatever it is that you're doing. Like, when I watch TV and I look at some of this stuff, I'm like, oh my God, the makeup is horrible. I will not stop looking at the makeup. The rest of the show, I have to change it. So it's so important, you know? And again, like, your job is really important, but I feel like you need to give yourself your worth and stick by it. And I think that if more people did it, we wouldn't be treated like, well, if you don't want to work for $50 an hour or $50 for the day for like a 20-hour day, then I'll find somebody else who will.
Yeah.
So
but there's also equality with that too.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, if you know, just because you're a makeup artist and artist is in your title does not mean you're good.
That's exactly what I think of too. Like, okay, fine, you'll hire that $50 makeup artist, but you're going to get what you pay for, or what you're not paying for.
Yes.
You know, and to me, it took me a while to realize that. But I'm glad that I've stuck to my guns and just, you know, I'm like, well, you know, that's fine. I don't need to work with you.
Yeah.
I would rather work one great job and know that those people appreciate all the work that I'm putting into this and the quality of my work and the quality of my product, because I don't buy just cheap little stuff. Like, my makeup is probably worth more than like my rent every month, you know what I mean?
No, I know.
Even with the discount.
You love it. Like, that's how we met. You were in the area shopping for makeup.
I know.
Your back broke and oh my goodness. But that brings me to another question about when you hire a makeup artist, a hairstylist, what is a proper etiquette? Because, you know, we talk, and I feel like even with models and stuff, like, there is a proper etiquette on how you hire someone.
So when I think about that stuff, it's always know what it is that you're hiring them for. Sometimes people will say, okay, well, it's just a really quick makeup, and then, you know, you can go. But then it ends up being like an editorial makeup, and they want me to stay like 2, 3, 4 hours later. And I feel like that's, you know, you're misrepresenting what it is that you're booking me for. So the fee that I'm giving you is based off of what you've told me. And I will leave because time is money. I'm not going to stand there and do a job that I would have charged, you know, hundreds of dollars more. And I feel like it's really disrespectful.
Yeah.
To you and to me. And let's say you did book me for an hour. What if I booked myself with somebody else like a couple hours later? Now I'm going into that time. You know what I mean? So just thinking about that stuff. Again, with the pay, you know, if you, there's times where there is room for maybe negotiating, but don't insult me either. Like, I feel like, or don't insult the artist. Don't, you know, it's like let's just say like a $700 job, but you want to pay them like $20. Like, that's just ridiculous. You know what I mean? So things like that. Like, just be upfront. Like, look, this is what I have. And then maybe that artist will say, you know what? I can't do it, but I have an assistant who's still learning, and they're willing to do it for this. Or, you know, if you can pick up the rate, I can send you somebody else. Or I'll be able to do it because the job interests me so much, you know. So just be upfront. I feel like that's like a big thing.
Oh yeah,
you know?
Totally. Even like with all the emails, just say what the rate is, like the hours.
Yep.
I appreciate that in the first email, but sometimes you'll go like 10 emails, and then they'll be like, oh, by the way, it's trade for
exactly.
now that we have you in.
Oh my god, I know.
No, just be upfront.
Yeah, and don't waste people's time.
Yeah.
Like, if you know, you see their stuff, like I wouldn't say, oh yeah, by the way, can you come to Palm Springs and work for free for like 3 days? Like, I'll give you really good credit. Credit's not going to pay my bills.
Yeah. So, what are some of the celebrity clients that you've worked with? Because I know you're doing makeup for the Grammys, for Best Arrangement, Instruments, and Vocals. You can tell us a little bit about more. I know you've been working with the Jacksons. I know you work with me all the time. Like, you know.
Well, that's the thing. So I'm working with this really great girl named EYA.
I love her. She's the best.
She's amazing. You are like my main client. I have worked with Tiana Jackson from SEO. She's amazing. I did her hair and makeup for Kris Jenner's big birthday bash. So that was fun. And then I've actually worked with the Supremes. It was amazing. It was so great it was so surreal working with them, because there they are harmonizing, and here I am trying to do their hair. I'm like, oh my god, this is so cool. I can't believe that I'm doing this.
It's kind of like when Taj is setting up the cameras in the garage and he starts singing and you're like, oh my goodness, Taj Jackson is singing in the garage.
Oh my God, do you know who you are?
Hey Taj.
Hi Taj. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just like working with royalty and then
like
realizing it.
sweating.
I know.
Too excited.
Simmer down.
Got hot here real fast.
I've gotten a chance to work at the Welcome Walk for the Academy Awards for the last 2 years, and that's been really cool. The Welcome Walk is where it's kind of like the holding area for all the stars right before they go on the red carpet. So working with them, we do touch-ups, or like if they need full makeup, full hair, we'll do that too. So I've gotten a chance to work with Anne Gunn. She's so beautiful and super nice. Zoe Deschanel. My brother hated me for not telling him that sooner. Allison Janney, actually, I worked on her twice, like for touch-ups and that kind of thing. And she's just so classy. I mean, these people are... You get to see them on TV and then you see them in person, and that's one
it
of...
makes you love them more, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, wow, you're just an awesome person.
You're just amazing.
Not going to watch your stuff all the time.
Exactly. Like, all right... Go, Allison.
It's like I was a fan, now I'm a super fan.
Exactly. So it's always very refreshing to get to see a lot of down-to-earth people there when they're about to win awards. For the Grammys, I'm actually working with Katina De Luna. She's a Brazilian singer, pianist, and composer, and she's nominated for an award, Best Instrumental... or Best Arrangement for Instrumental and Vocals. So I'm really excited about that.
So exciting.
She's taking her daughter and her sister, and I'll be working on them as well. So
wow, nice.
Keep an eye out for
that. Awesome. So right before we wrap it up, what is some advice that you give to future aspiring makeup artists, hairstylists, all of the above?
So one of the things I always tell people is there's always room enough for all of us at the top. I feel like it's such a big thing to remember and just preach and act on, because a lot of what I've seen, I've actually been really lucky that I've gotten to surround myself with people who are very motivating, and they'll push you like, you can do it, don't worry about it. But in my earlier years, that wasn't exactly what I was hearing. It was like, oh, this industry is just saturated. You're never going to make it. Like, why even bother? Blah, blah. And I feel like that's not, that's an issue with that person. So always remember that. Never give up on your dreams. Don't let somebody tell you that you can't do it, because sky's the limit. I mean, in LA, you can do anything if you really set your mind to it. I feel like it's also important to surround yourself with good people. Never stop studying. To me, I feel like every day, even if I'm just online, I'm always looking up to see what the latest trends are and everything. Doesn't mean that you have to put it into your repertoire, but just know it. Because clients will appreciate that more and say, oh, she's on top of her shit, Another thing is be humble. It's very easy for us to just get caught in the hype, but always remember that there's always going to be someone that can replace you. So don't get crazy and act like a wicked witch of the West. You can be humble and still maintain that strength and say, well, this is my worth. So stand up for yourself and be humble. And I know it seems like it's contradicting, but it really isn't. I can be humble, but I know what I'm worth, and I know what people should be paying for my work. So just remembering those things, I think is really important.
I completely agree, and I loved what you said, because a lot of people in this industry will, steer you in the wrong direction. I mean, one of the first advice I got from going to Lee Strasberg was, okay, quit acting and go get a real job. It's like, that's not what you're supposed to be telling your students.
What am I doing in school then?
Right? You're like, wait, you're advising me not to do this? Okay. And I do, I love working with my friends. Like, if I have a modeling casting, I'll send it out to everyone, because if I'm going to book the job, I want to book it with my friends and work with my friends. Or if I'm going to lose the job, I'd rather lose it to my friends.
Exactly.
And,
I'm the same way.
You know, I'm always sending them stuff. If I can't do it, I'm like, can you, if you do it, like, I'm always texting people, like, would you like to work this event with me? Would you like to do this photo shoot? And I think that's really great in this industry because there's not a lot of that to support people. And I feel you definitely have to support people to get anywhere because you in return need support, and that's how you're going to get to the top, is everyone supporting you.
Exactly, especially when it's like for the Grammys, if I'm already booked for something, I'm going to send one of the other makeup artists that I work with because I want to share with them. And I actually have on my phone a list of artists that I send out. Like, I just copy and paste it. Like, I can't do it, but here are my main girls, like, just here, you know, and spread the love because they do the same for me. So.
Oh, yeah, I love that. I love that. Thank you so much for having me on your show. Thank you so much for being on my show. This was so exciting, and I do want to say that you are the most hardest working makeup and hairstylist. You know, you're very personable. You make friends with all your clients, and it's just always been a pleasure working with you.
Oh, thank you. I love working with you. Yay!
I hope to have you again on the show soon, and we'll ask some more fun questions. Okay, real quick, right before we leave, please let everyone know where they can find you. Your Instagram, your Facebook, website, all of it.
Okay, so website is probably the easiest one to start with. It's CynthiaAngelina.com. And all of my links are there. But if you want to go straight to the source, you can go to Cynthia Angelina MUA, which means makeup artist. And that's my handle for Instagram and Facebook. You can find me on Twitter at Makeup by Cynthia.
Awesome. Check her out. She does amazing work. And if anyone is looking for a hairstylist, makeup artist, definitely contact Cynthia. She's always my number one, my friends.
Aw, thank you. Thank you.
Special thank you to Brady Martin for helping me produce the show. Check him out on Instagram at Brady_Martin. Check him out on Twitter at Brady Ross Martin. And don't forget to follow me at Everything EYA, and that's Everything EYA, EYA. You can check me out on Instagram, Twitter, Reverb Nation, SoundCloud, Snapchat, or check me out on Facebook at EYA, and that's capital E, capital Y, capital A. See you next time, and thanks again for joining me this week on Goodnight Hollywood for all your fashion, music, and gossip on Night Talk with JoeRoxx, 10 p.m. Eastern, exclusively on Armed Radio Global and the TuneIn Satellite Network. From everyone here in Hollywood, good night.
Thanks for joining us tonight, and I want to thank Iya for coming to Night Talk. You can catch her every week at 10 p.m. Eastern. So I want to say good night, everybody, and we'll see you next week.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Good night. Good night.